Number 1. Yeji. While Yeji doesn't necessarily meet the strict visual standard of South Korea, many people still fall for her gorgeous appearance because she has the perfect balance between the uniqueness of an Asian face, thin eyelid liner, with other Caucasian features, like high nose and extremely fair skin tone. The thing is, because her beauty is so unique, many said that Yeji must have definitely got some work done to have such a kittenish look. For example, when it comes to her pointy nose and the perfect V-shaped jawline, some said that they must have been the result of an expert plastic surgeon, as few Asian people have such defined features. Moreover, because Yeji's eyes had very thin eyelid liners, and more often than not, this type of eyes appeared super small, the fact that they still looked big and sparkling in most photos also raised the allegations that Yeji's visual was plastic. However, all these claims are very likely just fabricated, because according to a great deal of pre-debut photos of Yeji that Midsi's found, her visual has always been stunning. Even as a little kid, traits like the pointy high nose, V-lined face, and the cupid bow cherry lips were already defined. And while Yeji kinda had the chubby cheek during the high school phase, they quickly disappeared as she matured and lost her baby fat. For example, in this picture, where Yeji was probably already a trainee of JYP Entertainment, her visual looked literally the same as she is now. Number 2. Jisoo. Though Jisoo has long been famous for her flawless visual and the story of how she was so stunning that SM Entertainment once tried to scout her at all costs, and even revealed their identity, though this is a mustn't when recruiting young talents, some still believe that she has definitely gone under the knife before debuting. According to Larry Hill, a YouTuber that once did a video called Blackpink Jisoo Plastic Surgery, in 2020, she has heard lots of rumors about how, besides having the eyes enlarged and eyelids reconstructed, Jisoo also got her buccal fat removed, nose lifted, and jaw shaved. However, she later made a solid point that most of the accusations were very likely false. First things first, many childhood and pre-debut photos of Jisoo prove that everything about her visual has almost never changed, from the big eyes, high nose, to the heart-shaped lips. Well, actually, to think about it again, I think she must have definitely undergone a procedure, which is being born this way. Secondly, compared to her brother's appearance, the rumor about her eye job is also cleared, because when putting the two photos together, it's obvious that they have the exact same eye shape and size. Besides, there are countless reliable photos proving her natural beauty, but there's only one low-quality picture raising doubts about it. It's kind of absurd to accuse Jisoo of going under the knife. Number 3. Yuna. While Yuna's visual looked kinda unreal with all those super big eyes, perfect nose, and incredibly small face that helped her have the 1:8 head-to-body ratio, people said that she was simply born a visual. Still, there are a handful of rumors saying that Yuna must have done a few things to look how she is right now. Especially after the Mafia in the Morning era, some pointed out that her chin has got pointier, and her nose tip also got noticeably smaller. However, pre-debut photos of Yuna soon proved all of the allegations wrong, because as seen in her high school photos, including many low-resolution ones, Yuna's defined features like the big eyes, small head, and super high nose still stood out vividly. Besides the fact that everything about Yuna's visual looked the same, according to fans, as all members of ITZY debuted when they were under 20 and having something done at such a young age sounds unbelievable, those who called her a plastic visual were for sure making things up. As to the rumor that her chin and nose looked a bit different since the Mafia in the Morning era, those who accused her of having some work done could only find one photo proving her chin has become sharper, and one photo proving her nose job. Plus, as all the photos brought up weren't even taken from the same angles, it was obviously too forced to say Yuna had gone under the knife like that. Number 4. Liz. Despite being a brand new face of K-pop, Liz has already garnered lots of attention thanks to her chic yet also super sweet visuals. Her appearance was so stunning that even when only her teaser photos were released, she had already made headlines for looking like the female version of Lee Min-ho and the strong actress energy. Because there's apparently nothing plastic about her visual, and as of the time this video is being made, there are also no plastic surgery accusations held against Liz, it's clear that she is among the rare visuals that did absolutely nothing to her face. Moreover, as seen in many pre-debut photos, especially her childhood images, her facial features remained the same, and so did the unique dimple that she only had on the left cheek. Seemingly, even those who didn't like the group still had to admit Liz was simply born pretty. In fact, her visual is so perfect that had she done something out of greed to look better, For example, making her nose wings thinner and face shorter. As expected of a perfect face of South Korea standards, she would for sure look way worse, because her natural features just couldn't blend harmoniously with the new changes to bring out the original, classy, yet sweet visual of Liz. Number 5. Taeyong. Because there have been lots of people saying that they felt something too off, too unnatural, and too CGI about the visual of Taeyong, he used to be slammed with various rumors about having a handful of jobs done to have the look that he has right now. His visual is so scarily perfect that when Taeyong debuted, there were also numerous threads on One Hallyu forum asking why people kept labeling him the plastic surgery monster, saying that his look was too plastic, and simply dismissing the fact that a person looking like Taeyong could ever be born. However, as time passed and more evidence was dug up, accusations about him going under the knife have never surfaced again since 2016. According to pre-debut videos, photos, and lots of childhood pictures of Taeyong, it's evident that he has never changed a thing about his face. Especially after being hit by puberty in high school, his eerily perfect visual literally remained unbeaten by the harshness of time. As a fan recalled, Taeyong's visual was so surreal that even a plastic surgeon had to ask if he was seeing a real-life person or an animation character. So, without seeing the proof, do you believe these idols are original visuals? And besides them, do you want to add any other names? Comment down below to share your thoughts with us. Also, remember to like, share, and subscribe to BeBoss TV for more interesting K-pop content. Thank you for watching.